Hello again. In the description to this video, I give a link to a government publication. This is the uninspiringly named His Majesty's Revenue and Customs internal document called the Employment Income Manual. It was first published in 2014 but updated the day before yesterday. Why has it been updated so recently? To clarify the situation and take into account a law which came into force in December the 2nd this year, just under 3 weeks ago. You won't have heard of this law, or if you have, you would almost certainly think it wouldn't affect you. It is the Public Authorities Fraud, Error and Recovery Act 2025, which is all about preventing people from fiddling social security benefits, such as universal credit and the rest of them. That doesn't concern most of us, though, does it? We aren't claiming benefits. As a matter of fact, it affects over 20 million people in this country who don't even know that they are claiming social security benefits, including 13 million pensioners. Click on the link which I give to that internal manual of the Revenue Service and read the first few lines. We see under the heading Social Security Benefits, the state pension, we find the following blunt and unambiguous statement that the state pension is a contributory benefit based on the payment of national insurance contributions. Everybody in Britain who is drawing his or her pension is living on social security benefits. That may be a surprising and unpalatable thought, but it is simply the fact of the matter. So too are the 8 million families in Britain with children. All are in receipt of child benefit and are therefore claiming social security benefits. Every parent and every pensioner in Britain is therefore directly affected by the new law which I mentioned, the Public Authorities Fraud, Error and Recovery Act. What is the practical effect of that act? Well, put bluntly, it means that the government can go rooting about in your bank account without telling you and without having any particular reason for doing so. Or rather, the grounds for doing so are so wide and vague as to be able to throw any one of us under suspicion. That means any pensioner or any parent. I give a link to this new law in the description to this video. This too was updated on the government website on Friday. We read the following. Financial institutions are required to return information about accounts which receive universal credit and have more than £16,000. This is a capital threshold for universal credit. There's a lot more, but universal credit is only given as an example. And it's been chosen as an example because it deceives people into supposing that only universal credit is of interest in this matter. It's not. It's given as possibly. Then they talk about how a person's universal credit reward entitlement is tapered if they have capital between 6,000 and 16,000, and they lay a duty on banks to notify them if someone's receiving universal credit if their bank account goes over those crucial limits. Of course, that's merely an example. The same is true of child benefits, which is now a means-tested benefit. Banks will be obliged to notify the government if they notice that deposits rise above a certain level in the bank accounts of all parents in this country. And guess what? This is really funny. The winter fuel payment is also a means-tested state benefit. This means that every pensioner in this country may have his bank account examined to see if he appears to have an income which would take him or her over the limit for entitlement to the winter fuel payment. Can you see what it is yet? Hardly anybody noticed this law being passed, and those who did assumed that it wouldn't affect them. To recap, every single pensioner in this country is dependent on social security benefits. and therefore falls within the scope of these measures, as does every single parent of a child under the age of 18. The bank accounts of all those people are now open to government inspection for any and no reason. And to put it on a personal level, I was sent the winter fuel payment this year. Although, because my income exceeds the entitlement to it, which I already knew, I didn't expect it, they've sent me that money, and the revenue will now claim it back from my tax, which I pay in April. But here's the good bit, because I've been given this state benefit, even though I haven't asked for it, the government can now examine my bank account and require my bank to notify them if my account exceeds a certain limit. I am guessing that very few viewers were aware of any of this.